So, hello, 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 YouTube, people of YouTube, who we like Houdini. Today, we have a build fashion show. And I don't know how this is gonna work out. I really don't. Um, so what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna pause it and then go down a list and just pick people at random. I'm gonna try and pick 10 people. Hopefully we don't get the same matching. Hopefully we don't get the same person twice. But this should be interesting. Which, by the way, this is my build. If anyone wants to critique it, go for it. This is what I built for a free game. Okay? So, I'm gonna go to the washroom, go grab a drink, and I'll be right back. Okay? And then we will start this. This is gonna be horrendous. So I'll be right back. So, how I figured to actually do this is to pause the stream, punch up the phone, pick a random name. At random. That's it. Okay? So, we're going to do this. This is my build, by the way. So if you ever want to critique me, do anything you want to. Feel free to, because, man, we're going to see a lot of cap breakers, hopefully. Okay. So, we're going to pause the Okay. This is who we are reviewing first here. We got a 96 overall inside the arc threat. Girl, that's dub. 6'11", 213 pounds. Okay. We're not going to review any records or anything. I just want to just take the build at a face value here for you. Okay. So, right off the bat is, this looks pretty interesting. It can shoot. It can rebound. It's got good speed. Especially speed with ball. Especially the one thing that stands out overall is the interior defense and the block. Take a look at that block. An 88 overall block. Would you play with this build? That's got to be my only question. I would say, would you even run a 3v3? Because this person can shoot at a 78 overall. Whoever made this build. And they got an 82 midder. So, I mean, like, they can definitely shoot it. And they can also definitely take it inside with that 85 layup and 85 standing dunk. So am I going to rank this build? How am I going to rank it? I'm going a 7 out of 10. Because you really don't, because at a 96, you don't know how they're going. They don't have any cap breakers. They have a few cap breakers I see there towards post scoring. So maybe they got this game late. You don't really know too much about that. But anyways, that is the first build that we review. So hopefully they don't get picked again. I certainly hope so. Okay. So again, we're going to pause the stream. All right. This is our second build that we have here. Go hard 83. He is a 99 overall. Two-way, three-level playmaker. 7-foot center. What? This man must play. Whoever has this build must play a lot of rec. Take a look at that rebounding on that. They were at a 94 and they made it up all the way into a 99. That is wow. That is a build to see here. That stands out to me right away. The speed is a 67. The speed with ball, they ain't carrying up the ball. If you're a point guard on that team, you're going to be a hardcore point guard on that team. Although, seeing this build, what stands out towards me is the free throw, the shooting even too, is an 83, an 89 mitter. I gotta say, if you're playing rec with this build, you're gonna be having some fun. That's it. That is it right now. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to review, so hopefully this goes well enough. But wow. That's an interesting build. Interior defense is at a 90. Saw the other build that had it. This one has the block. We're not seeing a lot of guards here right now, so hopefully we can pick up some like guards or like forwards. But man, that passing accuracy is an 88. This person is dropping dimes for sure for you. For sure. That has got to be, again, for me, just taking a look at this build overall. In terms of a rec person, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. They're making shots. They are rebounding. They are. I might even say an 8.5 by this point. Because my only concern is the ball handle and the speed, the speed with ball. But other than that, yeah. That is a damn good center build for someone who is playing 2K. Yeah. That's a damn good build. All right. We're moving on to the next one. Let me just pause the stream here. Okay. Here's your next one. Hopefully this isn't the same person. I honestly hope that this isn't the same person. We have Kaz at a 90. Interior Enforcer. Holy... Wow. Take a look at that cab breaker. He's got a 97 driving dunk. Shootings at a 70. He had a 73. He put it onto a 74 for a cap breaker. Wow. He's 6'9", 273. Speed with balls a 75. Like this is something that might match the next one that you want to have on a team. The 58, you could work around that one. The 58 free throw, you could work around that one easily, for sure. Being a team of 5, of course you could. As long as this man plays defense, having him and the other dude on your team, that would be a fun time. 97 driving dunk. Whew, man. Rebounding is at like 85 each, so I mean, like he's getting your rebounds as well too. I think what we saw with the other one was that the rebounding was at what, a 99, and this one, so I mean, like, you got borders by this point. That is, this build is, I'm impressed with the forward builds. I kind of want to hope that we see some guards here. Oh man. That blows my mind. 97 driving dunk off of the cap breakers. Which, I gotta ask a question now. Are you able to put them towards physicals, or is it just able towards, like, say, like rebounding, defense, playmaking, shooting, driving dunk? I'm not too sure how those work out, so from what I gather is that you actually can throughout this. But that's an interesting build for sure. That is an interesting build. Okay, we're moving on. Fourth one here, okay? I just hope that we don't get anyone twice. All right, here's our next build. Our fourth build in here for NBA 2K25. What is he? Who is he? What is he? We got Tadarix, 90 overall, 3-level scoring playmaker. Okay, like that seems to be like the basic one that you want to try and build and have fun on the game. It's got shooting, 87 mid range. Defense is, like, I mean, this is not a bad build. I forgot to give, yeah, I still gotta say on that last one. But this one seems like this would be pretty good to do. Again, I don't know if these are people's original builds, okay? So don't judge how this build looks, because they could have 10 other builds that they've created and they're just waiting to get up towards a certain level to add those cap breakers. Um, but in terms of how this build looks, it's a well-rounded build. In terms of offense, I mean, it would get you a lot of offense. Ideally, they should get you a lot of offense. Like seeing something like this and then applying it to the court, it should get you a lot of offense right now. Defense might be a little bit shoddy, but you could work around that easily, for sure. Anyone can. There, if you're a good player on defense, rebounding, anything else, you could really work around that. Especially being like a 6'7". He's got the height. Okay? And that's what I'm going to say about that, about this build. Where would I rank it? Kind of hard to, seeing the overall outcome of it. And I want to put it at about like a 6.5 or a 7. If anyone wants to comment in the chat for me, you can. So that's just my overall feeling on this. It's got great offensive. Like if you were to max this out on offense, you would be having a lot of fun. But okay, here we go. 5th one. Gonna pause the stream again. All right, we got the next build for you. Let me get it. That's 17. I don't really want to know. 77 overall, so this person might have gotten the game just recently, just like me. I'm not going to say a sharpshooter. 99 overall. For the 3. And, you know, this build, if they actually live up to their name, could be potentially a pretty good build. 6'4", 195 pounds. You gotta shoot with it, though. They can play a little bit of defense. Can't get too much rebounding for you. So this person is gonna be out on the run. You're gonna want to try and hit them as much as possible, especially trying to get them on a lot of, especially at a 99 overall. That is something that you really want to look for this person. But again, they're at a 77, so I mean, like this build, like mine being a 69 overall, it has the potential. Yet again, take no offense from me. This person is higher than I am. The potential overall for this build could be anywhere between a 7 or 8. once you get them up to like a certain level. And again, we don't know if this is this person's first build, if they just got this game and have just been grinding it out, which they might have been. That is, isn't speed with balls in 85, verticals a 58, strength is a 51. They already maxed that one out. Compared towards me, I am compared towards my build here, I am not anywhere near these people right about now that I'm seeing. My build is gonna be a little tedious and fun at the same time. It's gonna be a grind to get it up there in terms of how I want it to be. In terms of how you kind of want it to feel, right? Like you don't really get like a feel for the build until it hits like around like the 85, until it hits like the 85 mark. That's it, because then you can actually see how it plays out for you a little bit. But this is, would I run with them if they were a little bit higher? I would. This build is definitely a shot getter for you. They should be able to hit those wide open shots. But moving right along, yeah. All right. We got the next one for you. 99 overall. Power forward, 6'6", two-way, three-level shot creator. That's an interesting height. And looking at this build, they might have gotten it late. One finger drop 9. Because they only have 3 cap breakers on there. So they might have gotten this game for maybe Christmas or just afterwards. But even then, I don't want to judge. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that people aren't hitting the cap breakers, because to hit all 9 of them, because I mean, like, that's at a 73, that was at a 76, so they went up to a 70, so they had 4 in a season throughout all 8 seasons so far. Got some pretty decent shooting. Strength is a 91. Man, oh man, that's gonna be, that person's gonna be bowling over some people. Jesus Christ. Got very good ball handle. Got very good speed with ball. Both of them almost match each other too. They're at a 77, and the speed with ball is at a 75. They are going. Watch out for this person running down the lane. Oh my goodness, that would be something fun. That would be a this would be a pretty fun, like, they got some good defense on them. I mean, 87 perimeter, 82 interior. matched up with that 91 strength. Ooh, man. Yeah, that's gonna be this would definitely be a fun build. You're starting to see he's got a 64 overall. So would this build be good for rec? I hope that they could make their free throws. Other than that, I gotta say that they're either playing twos or threes by this point. Because this build is not meant for a rec, it's meant for a park. And to rank it overall, it's so hard to rank them. It's so hard to rank these builds, giving it out of 10. I'm still gonna have to say is for a park build, it is a 7.5. For a rec build, you're looking at about like a 6.5. Yeah, about that. That's a pretty good assessment. I mean, yeah, would you hook up with them anytime on a park? Definitely do. This might be an easy W with this build anytime. Moving right along though. All right. The next build for you. We got rich problems. 6'4". We got a point guard finally here. 96 overall. 6'4", 225 pounds. Two-way, three-level shot creator. Which I don't think we reviewed this one. You might see a lot of like the same kind of builds in this. So, in terms of like the names of them, not anything like what we saw earlier. But right off of the bat, offense, offense and defense is the first thing I see off of this build. This build is built to score, and especially two at a 92 overall free throw. This Whoever built this has got to be playing rec right off of the bat. Because you can't justify giving your free throw a 92 if you're not going to be playing rec or pro am for that matter. And they're going to have a pretty good passing accuracy once they get it up there at a 96. The ball handles a 92. Speed with ball and speed are just almost exactly the same. They got speed with ball at an 86 and a speed with an 85. This is this is built almost, it seems like, for competitive play. Especially with that 92 free throw. Like, I don't know about taking this throughout park. You could. that rebounding, if you're doing 3 versus 3, you would have to carry them on rebounding. Rebounding. Defense, they can still play defense on you, but rebounding, yeah, you'd have to carry them on that one for sure. There's no there's no getting around it. Although keep in mind, like I mean, like you don't really need, as long as you know how to rebound. In my opinion, you can still rebound a basketball. Like it doesn't. You don't need to have your like having. You could set your rebounding at 25, and as long as you know where to be at the right position, you're gonna get a board. Doesn't matter who you are, but this person ain't going in for a rebound. At least I hope. At least I hope they don't plan to. But in terms of competitiveness, this is definitely a 8, maybe an 8.5 on competitive if you were to have them on a 5v5 team, and a 6.5 out in the park, because having this build play 3 versus 3 wouldn't really be a challenge for them. They could still do it, though, for sure, just because of how their offense is. Like if you see that 92-3, you hopefully they're hitting a wide open shot for you. That's for sure. All right. We're going to go down again. All right. We got our next one for you. Let's see how this one's going to go here. Slate Daddy 74. Small forward 6'9", 96 over. Multifaceted star. Holy shit, I haven't seen this yet. This is an all-around build here for you. This person just made this build to do everything. Take a look at this build. Wow. It's got a little bit of defense. Rebounding, not really. But at a small forward, this build is just built to be balanced on offense for you. This is an interesting build. They got a 72 free throw. They go up to an 81, an 87 post control. Huh. 87 driving to 90 driving layup. How fun would this build be to just use? If you ever wanted to take a screenshot to how you would make your first build in a 2K game, this might be it. If you want to have fun trying to do offense. That is fun. That is a fun build to do in a 2K game. Wow. That is fun. I got no words. Like, I mean, like, I'm to critique this build is to say, you know, the physicals are average, the rebounding is subpar, not even there. The defense is again average. The playmaking is about average. Yeah, this is fun. This would be a fun build. Could you imagine if you had cap breakers on this build, what you could put this towards here? That would be the funnest thing ever to see. You could potentially get the shot up to about, if you were to put it on, say, let's say through like seasons one through five, the 3 point shot would be at about an 88. If you were to do the driving dunk, that would be another. You'd have it up to a 90 something, a 92. That would be interesting. And even if you wanted to go defensively, yeah, you'd still you would still have room to spread these around throughout 9 seasons. This is a fun build. This would be a fun build to use throughout here. Again, he's at a 96, so I mean, like, I don't know if he has any cap breakers, so maybe he does, or maybe this person does. And man, this would be a fun build to grind for sure. I'm gonna rank it at about, on a scale from 1 to 10, just it being fun. Um, about an 8, about an 8, just for the fun factor of this. To see something, just to have fun with this build and see what you could do with the potential for it. Man, that would be awesome. All right, moving along here. All right, I'm gonna pause this and we're gonna punch up the phone and then draw another name here. I'm just drawing these at randoms here. I'm just looking at the phone and then just stopping wherever it goes to. So again, hopefully we don't find anyone here. Again. All right, here we go. I lost track. I said I was going to do about 10. I think around about 7 or 8. So I think it's about 7. Maybe. We'll do an extra one. So we'll start keeping track now here. Um, Here we go. Next build. We have got Nike Prism TTV. 3-and-D 2 guard. This person already has Capri. So this might be a new build for them because they play on Twitch. So I gotta give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. Although this build looks interesting to play. Wow, 94 steel, 99 steel after the cap breaker. So this person has cap breakers. So depending on what they're doing with a 6'7" shooting guard, it's kind of like my guy, except my guy's a defensive menace. Kind of wish I had dropped him down like weight, to be honest, because that might have actually helped me out a lot. So maybe in the next. when I do make I think I might make up that character again and then just drop down the weight and take him down to below like 200. Maybe I might even make him like Dennis Rodman style, like a clean like 220. What they rank him as when he was playing. But anyways, it's got good shooting. It's got it's got a good dunk, like 80 dunk. Like if he were to get the cap breakers in there, if he has the cap breakers, yeah. But you can tell that this person is all about defense, though, at a 99 and a 98 overall. Oh my goodness. Speed of the 91. Yeah. Vertical 70. You can tell that the person might play rec based on that 79 free throw. So like you know they're playing some rec. Hopefully. Hopefully. But to see this build as its base build overall, this is going to be fun. This would be a fun grind for anyone that wants to look at a shooting guard build at a 6'7", 195 guard build. Yeah, this is going to be fun. You got good defense. You put the cap breakers on there. You got a 99 steal. Shooting's 3-point shots at an 81. Mid-range shots at a 71. This person knows how they're playing the game and they just made a new build to try it out. And if that's the case, gotta applaud them. Right now, standing as it is, would you want to team up with them? No, not necessarily. I wouldn't even where I'm at right now. I don't even want to team up with myself right about now. I'm at like a 69 over here, man. This dude's at a 66, but that's still pretty. That would be fun as hell though. Especially too once they get him up to like an 85. Whew, man, oh man. You max out that shooting first. Oh man, oh man. Overall, it's based off of the funness of this, 7.5. Right off of the bat. This would easily be 7.5 in terms of fun. The grind would be hard though because you have such a high rank on defense that like your steal and your perimeter that it would take you a while to get up towards that point. But let's move along. I think we're on 9. So I'm going to say 9 that we're on here. And then we're going to do 10 right afterwards, and that's going to be the stream here. Oh, hey. Anyways. So, let's punch up the phone. All right. Got with the next person here. Believe it's number 9. I lost track after 5. But Let's see what they are here. 90 overall. And we got an Xbox person, too, here. I don't know how many Xbox people we pulled tonight, but this might be our first Xbox person. Shooting guard 6'6". Zunch Chupacabra. Anyways. Inside ISO specialist. That's a build we haven't seen tonight. Right off of the bat. Ball handler. 90 overall. Put him up to a 93. Same thing with 3-point shot. 89. It seems like this build is built for twos. Right off of the bat. This would be a build you would make for twos. Straight up. And the reason being is because of the ball handle, because of the shooting, and because of the driving dunk as well too. You want to make this build up for twos and doing twos only. You're just gonna be an ISO person. That's it. Especially too, seeing as how the build is a ISO specialist as well too. Yeah, this is a build that you make up for strictly twos. Especially too if you want, like, if they were to have them at a 99, this would actually be a Annie up two builds. Sorry, I left it out. I messed up my own thing here. But anyways, one last person, and that's it. By the way, sorry. I didn't want to take away from that person's build because I fucked it up myself. If I had to rank that build in terms of two, easily an 8 or an 8.5. Easily. Easily an 8.5. Just because how fun it was gonna be. Just because my controller freaked out on itself. But anyways, one last person, one last build. Oh hey dude, what's going on? That's so nice of them to come into the shot. Anyways, here we go. We got a 98 overall point guard. 3 and D point. Right off of the bat. Defense. 3-point shooting. Again, this build is playing rec, playing competitive, the Don Corleone. This is what they got to be playing. Hope my mic isn't messing up here. But this is what they got. This build is built for competition here. 98 overall. Also threes too. Like I mean, like Park is another thing as well too. 92 strength. They put it up to a 94. Good God. You know, I recently made up a 3-and-D point on a live stream just to have fun. This build, I think, overshadows that build that I made up. For sure it does. Like, it really does. Like, that's... Like, this person put thought into this... Whoever put thought into this build... Wow. If you're joining into, like, 2K now, you missed out on cap breakers through every single of the 8 seasons so far. Soon to be 9 seasons. If you're wondering what the yellow is, those are the cap breakers, so that you could go and put the cap breakers on skills that you want to put them on, right? So his thing was at an 88, he put it up to a 91. That is 3. Okay. 3. He had it at an 85. That's at a 2. That's 5. He had it at an 94. So that is another 3. So that's 8. Potentially. Hold on. Let me just do the math here. Could be wrong here. That's 3. That's 2. 5, 8. That kind of works out in my head a little bit here, that he actually had these cap breakers here. But but I don't know exactly how this game worked out in terms of cap breakers. I thought it was just at the end of the season that you actually got the cap breaker. So maybe you got extra ones. Because if you were to add that up right about now, that's more than 9 seasons right there. Again, I could be wrong though. I might be reading into it a little bit too much. So if you go 2, 5, 7, 10. So they might have had some extra cap breakers in there for 4 people. But even then, this build, man, to see this build to end off, this would be a fun build to take throughout. Park to take throughout. Competitive to take throughout anything. This would be a fun build. Especially at a 6'4", 227 pounder. Man, this guy would steamroll over me. Like if I were like I already maxed out at like an 87 and seeing someone at a 94 strength, dude, he would just bull over me. He just shove me out of the way like as if I were a little child. Like I could be wrong on this stuff, but yeah, he would to face this dude in a park, I would get steamrolled by him. He's got the shoot. He's got a 78 meter, a 91 three pointer. He put that up 3 more points to get that 91 overall. Especially ball handle too. Like he's doing ball handle. Like he's doing dribble moves on you. His perimeter defense is almost nearly maxed by that point after getting those cap breakers on there. So he's just locking people down here. He's just locking points down. I gotta say towards myself, I'm gonna say this now, seeing at least 10 builds throughout this game, yeah, this has actually been pretty fun to like review these builds. Out of 10, easily again, just based off of seeing these stats. He's got the shooting, he's got the ball handle, he's got the perimeter defense. I would have this person on my team any day. For sure. Any day. And it's kind of hard to say like what my ranking system is here for it. Easily again an 8.5. Because I can't really go judging a perfect build. Because no build's ever really perfect. It's got some holes in it, right? But to end off on my build though, to be honest with you, here's my build. This is what I made up. This is what I'm running with. I don't know how you want to rank me throughout this. You can go and critique me. This is me. And man, this has actually been pretty fun to see people's builds. That was actually pretty fun to do. If I had to actually say for my cap breakers, you want to know if I actually had this build at the start of this game, my cap breakers would have probably gone towards speed with ball and strength easily. That's about it. The rest of it I could really give a crap about. I would have said speed with ball and strength. Yeah, and that's where I gotta end off with this one, guys. That is it. I hope that you like this. This isn't really a normal 2K video where you get to play. I just went and reviewed people's builds at random. So, you want to know something? thank you very much to anyone that came out. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And I'll see you in a little bit. We're going to be playing some DayZ in a little bit. Date Z in a little bit here. And this is going to be fun. We're going to end off that game. I'm excited for it. So I will see you guys shortly. Again, thank you to anyone that came out. Greatly appreciated. Lucy, I'll see you soon. You're going to be back on with me as well, too. So, I will see you shortly, YouTube. Peace out.